AC Milan clinched all 3 points against Roma after a strong response to the away side's initial dominance. 3 players stood out, even if many did well, and below are the ratings for the Rossoneri. If you haven't already, make sure to check out how we decide the player ratings. From the scale to what affects the rating, we have compiled everything there. Starting 11 Maignan, 8, finally. It was a long-awaited penalty save for Magic Mike and he certainly picked the right moment. He also acted as a true captain throughout the game, encouraging Bartesaghi on several occasions while also protecting him. He could have done better with his feet a few times, but who cares about that now? De Winter, 6, he had one dodgy moment in the first half, completely mistiming a ball, but he improved after that and did enough in the end. The main thing that saves his rating is that he actually improved in possession too as the game went on. Gabbia, 7.5, he fights and fights. This game is a perfect example of why Allegri has entrusted him with the role in the center. In the aerial duels, he's very hard to beat and the positioning is almost always brilliant. He can potentially be bolder in the build-up, but defensively, there can be no complaints. Pavlovic, 8, pure grinta. As with Gabbia, his main strengths were certainly highlighted today as he was able to engage in many duels, while also having space to run into at the other end. It was a tidy finish on the goal as well, it must be said, and the run was just fantastic. He could definitely have been the man, but let me explain later. Sailmakers, 7.5, in the first half, especially when towards the center, his ability to stay in possession with some trickery was absolutely crucial for Milan. He was also involved in the build-up for the goal. In the second half, he continued to shine on the ball and, above all, frustrated Roma with his celebrations and duels. Fofana, 5, as Ibrahimovic once said to Calhanoglu, "I don't effing understand you." He runs and runs, but the end product and decision-making are baffling most of the time. He was clumsy in defense throughout the game, as seen on the penalty and free kick call, and he missed a big chance in the first half to double the lead. Sure, there were positive mentions from him as well, and the work rate is important, but the way he acted on the free kick and penalty was just ridiculous. It very well could have cost Milan the game and the inconsistency is getting really frustrating. Modric, 6.5, it wasn't the best of starts to the game for him, often blocked out by Roma and with a lack of precision in his passing. Having said that, he did improve as the game went on. By tonight, it was perhaps more so a case of opening up space for his teammates. Ricci, 6.5, once again, he was one of the players who covered the most ground for Milan, if not the most. Today's performance was also a step up in terms of involvement in possession, with some good runs on the left. Still, like Modric, there wasn't loads that stood out. Bartesaghi, 5. While I would like to say that he redeemed himself in the final 50 minutes of the game, with the near assist for Fofana above all, I cannot turn a blind eye to the majority of the first half. Indeed, he lost possessions several times and also had some very dangerous passes. To tell the truth, Roma should have done better at capitalizing on that. Nkunku, 6, at the start of the game, the Frenchman was rather quiet, so many of us were fearing another timid display. However, he certainly grew into the game and all things considered, he combined well with his teammates just about enough times to get a pass here. Photo by AC Milan. Leao, 8, Mott, for me, when a player steps up and does that in such a difficult situation, the Mott award is pretty much a given. Milan were dead in the water after the first 38 to 39 minutes and the No. 10's great run changed everything. This is what everyone means when they say he can decide games on his own. Substitutes. Loftus-Cheek, NA, I didn't see enough to give him a rating, as the substitution only took place with about 6 minutes to go. Athicom, NA, I didn't see enough to give him a rating. Tomori, NA, I didn't see enough to give him a rating. The manager. Allegri, 7, Milan struggled big time at the start of the game, but it was largely due to poor individual efforts. Or perhaps not largely, but the point is that Milan made life difficult for themselves. Then, Allegri changed a few things, such as Salamakers moving into the center, and the Rossoneri improved. He also did well to wait with the subs, in my opinion.